One question, 1,000 changes. In a busy town lived a thoughtful girl named Grace. Every day, Grace went to school, helped her family, and spent time with friends, but inside her heart there was a quiet yet persistent question: who am I really? What is my purpose in this vast world? This question wasn't just a fleeting thought, it grew stronger with each day, tugging at her mind during quiet moments and even in the middle of laughter. Sometimes it made her feel confused and small, but Grace was determined not to let those feelings stop her. One autumn morning, a new teacher arrived at Grace's school. Her name was Mrs. Mitchell, and she was known for inspiring students to think beyond textbooks, to explore the deeper questions of life. Mrs. Mitchell often said, "The secret to a meaningful life is not just in the answers you find, but in the courage to ask the questions that challenge your heart." Grace felt a spark inside. She realized that maybe the question she'd been afraid to explore was the very one that could guide her to who she was meant to be. That day, Grace started a simple habit. Each morning, before the world got busy, she would sit quietly and ask herself a question: what kind of person do I want to be today? What small step can I take toward that person? At first, the answers were unclear. Sometimes she felt discouraged because change didn't come fast or easy. But slowly, Grace learned the value of patience. She discovered that even small actions, offering a smile to a stranger, listening carefully to a friend, choosing honesty over convenience, were pieces of a bigger transformation. One afternoon, Grace's school announced a community project focused on kindness and service. She volunteered eagerly. Through helping elderly neighbors with groceries, organizing book drives, and tutoring younger children, Grace found that her question began to unfold into a purpose. She wasn't just searching for herself, she was building a path for others as well. There were challenges along the way. Some days, Grace felt invisible or misunderstood. Her efforts went unnoticed by many, and she struggled with doubts. But every time, she returned to her morning question, reminding herself that every change starts with a single step, even if it's small and unseen. Years went by. Grace's small acts grew into a movement in her community. People began to notice her kindness and sincerity. She inspired others to ask their own questions and to embrace the journey of self-discovery. Looking back, Grace realized that the question she once feared was not a burden but a gift. It was the light guiding her through uncertainty and the foundation of a life filled with meaning and connection. Her story teaches us that the most profound transformations often begin with one brave question. And when we face that question with honesty and courage, 1,000 changes can blossom, not just within ourselves, but in the world around us.